Eya Ken Ofori-Atta lawyer Ekasaye or say Ken Ofori-Atta has palm kernel oil, ajongo in his veins, so he is now more important than Sedinam Ationu, who has been convicted. Frank Davies, me catch them say, "Mumi enko tie Ken Ofori-Atta lawyer no, me wi ameka se me achemo."
Let it be told to the ambassador that at no particular point in time have we said that Ken Ofori-Atta was picked up by ICE from a medical facility or on a hospital bed. So this business of his medically fit, neither here nor there. It's really unnecessary at this point to be bandying these words about. He has gone for surgery, which we all know. All we are saying is that he is recuperating and that he's in consultation with his medical team. And they will have to give him the all clear to come. I'm wondering why it is becoming increasingly difficult for us to understand this simple fact of life. Whoever said that Ken Ofori-Atta was on ICU help before he was picked up by ICE? He was picked up in his home or wherever they picked him up. I mean, so what is new?
But
that he's medically fit. Well, don't you know that he's medically fit?
Well, so the assertion previously held is that he cannot come until, you just said, his doctors gave him the all clear. ICE is also saying that he's medically fit for detention. In this situation, he can equally come back home, can't he? Can he not?
Well, that is your logic. It is not mine. Your logic is totally different from mine. If ICE are saying that he's medically fit for detention, that is different from traveling to Ghana to come and answer to charges here. It's different. And as I'll reiterate, no one has said that Ken is not fit. All we are saying is that he is going through a recuperative process. And his doctors are advising him. It's as simple as that.
Right. Well, what does the FBI's involvement now mean, and how does it change the scope of the legal proceedings?
I am not about to speak to FBI. All I know is ICE. And those who think that the FBI can have any influence on what ICE is doing do not exactly know what they are saying. All right? The ICE proceedings is totally different from whatever FBI is investigating. I don't know what FBI is investigating. I have no information of that. My client has not told me anything about that, and I'm not able to speak to it. But I ask myself, what Ambassador Smith, with the greatest of respect, came to do yesterday night on radio. Is it not a failed mockery of international diplomacy? So all along, they have been monitoring ICE and FBI, leading to Ken's arrest. And this same person, Ambassador Smith, wanted to extend consular assistance and services to Ken, and then he comes boldly on radio to say that they have been collaborating and feeding information to ICE and FBI to arrest Ken and put him in custody. Oh, okay. If that is what is going on, Ghanaians are the better judges. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Sedinam Ationu has been convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction, a criminal court of competent jurisdiction, of corruption and corruptible tendencies. She has been convicted and is now a jailbird. She's a criminal fugitive in the United States. I think our government, on the threshold of what they promised Ghanaians, should be able to bring Ationu back to Ghana, and then they can deal with Ken Ofori-Atta. Now, Sedinam Ationu, she has blood running through her veins. Ken Ofori-Atta has palm kernel oil, ajongo, in his veins. So he is now more important than Sedinam Ationu, who has been convicted. This is the justice we are preaching in Ghana.
See, this I keep telling you, these people, when you hire a drug addict as your lawyer, these are some of the things you hear. In his own statements, before even I react to his abnormal statement, before contradicting himself, I can tell in authority, he knows that the FBI, he has known for a long time, they were investigating Ken Ofori-Atta. He knows. Into the customer, he made a mistake. He bleeped there and was like, I don't even know whether they are investigating him. And secondly, he knew that Ken Ofori-Atta was staying in his own property here in America. Into Kanwi and also, whether he was picked up in his home or wherever they picked him up. He knows all these things. He is not intelligent as we think he is. A smoke no mama. We are junkie. Mama can be intro. If Ken Ofori-Atta and his team are going to use your friend saying Sedinam issue as a yardstick to keep Ken Ofori-Atta outside Ghana, not to face trial, then it is a perfect time for us to sit back and watch. Ken Ofori-Atta was finance minister for 80 years. Sedinam was basically convicted under your watch as a government. You did not take the initiative to go to America, to go to the FBI, to insist that within a month or two, Sedinam should be brought to Ghana. You did not care. Suddenly, a criminal and a thief like Ken Ofori-Atta, a disease-ridden foreign criminal like Ken Ofori-Atta, is needed back home. He should not come because the same Sedinam that you foolish idiots, drug addicts, disease of political termites, smoking and drinking and sniffing all over the place, under your watch, the same Sedinam, you did not take any action because you did not care. Oh, now you care about every single person who has duped Ghana. Abuwa. We need Ken Ofori-Atta more than Sedinam. Yeah. We need Ken Ofori-Atta. Because Ken Ofori-Atta was holding the money box. And the person who was holding the money box is the person we need. The Barabbas. The John the Baptist. You are using Sedinam's matter. Now Sedinam, one abresun ye chino. Neti kroma na atichidia kwa siampenyi no eka se. Yanchi Sedinam se we di Ghana sika ena no ti America. Na kwasiafo na momba America mefa jantina fo ni omonda. Kwasiafo na matoni general 93940 no omba America ni jantina fo meda. Na oni bebi FBI for office wo e this year. Kwasiafo na munim se Attorney General and the OSP office na mwankasa mu bi na eni ho. Why didn't you insist that those actions were taken? Drug-ridden rascals, terrible human beings, filthy nicompoons. You sit on TV and you're talking trash to say, "What law change will be Ghana or join?" You say Ken Ofori-Atta is recuperating from what surgery? What bodam? Na surgery you trying to show to Ken Ofori-Atta. We saw him on the streets of DC with his albino wife walking up and down. The ICE department said he is fit like a hawk to stand trial. Odo kwasi ati Ghana anumu wika chere say, and that one there is our opinion. Abuana Ken Ofori-Atta ono kwa na surgery wiase. Ken Ofori-Atta kwasi ampenyi no namona. Ni hu finsa no. Is he the only person that why surgery? And you trying to show and the super glue so ye. Ken Ofori-Atta will either face the law and die here or die in Ghana. Oko or bow, he will face it. I don't know what Jimmy said, the arrogance. Mo yatete mono yadi ri ni cocaine yatete munti mummuade. Mo wi ade kwa na ye pem wode ache mono na mo sade mo Jimmy abie mo to kankan kekan kwase asem. You are not speaking like a lawyer. You are speaking like a roadside drug addict. Somebody living on the streets of DC, sleeping outside in the cold. You're not speaking like an intellectual. You are foolish. You are setting standards for who? Oh, so suddenly, Sedinam's matter is what we have to think about. We should not think about the man who orchestrated the biggest crime in the history of Ghana. The same Ken Ofori-Atta kwasi ampenyi way, 1999, or the Obutan deal, ebe wia senate, abuofunu. Bobusha 455 no omo wo nkentia na mo be na nam nipa ni se nwan. Yenya time amamo, ekuro bia nke hange mu nyina. Ekuro bia nka mo kwasiafo nke hange mo. But ye na ye wakoma pa, ene se kwasiafo Mumbejina Edian court na muyi muano. Why na akasa Ken Ofori-Atta is guilty? So onye wi ena wo busuani Ekufuado kwasiampanyin no so nye wi a anke Ekufuado release this statement say Ken Ofori-Atta brafie na Ekufuado ye kwasiampanyin nti oye kromfo a enje obewu nti ote ho why se bosom abuofunu wana ngofa Ken Ofori-Atta mbra wana ma Ken Ofori-Atta adwuma ade no Ofori-Atta Ekufuado kwasiampanyin weto why is he not speaking? Who brought Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghana? Who gave him job to do? Who made him steal from us? Why when you totro who fins our puffy mokasa anyhow kwasiafo because the crowd mu afu ye hu dem ye na Ghana mutumi package ajantra for no do be see Jubilee House a Jimmy for drug addicts and am go Ghana mo sorry the only thing you people know is to smoke and sniff. Ken Ofori-Atta is not better than anybody, and Ken Ofori-Atta will have to go through the process. Fake lawyers to someone amugu Ghana ho and mu protect criminals a you who say we don't want Sedinam? We want Sedinam, but we need Ofori-Atta. We need Sedinam in Ghana. We still need Ofori-Atta. So the justification you are making, Ken Ofori-Atta is recuperating. You can show any super glues oil. How many months no yeah? Oh yes, sir, said you were here. Mabu bodam. You have taken the people for granted for a long time. Ekufuado kwasiampanyin and show aguwe. Why is he not being a statesman enough to tell Ghanaians, I am the one who employed this fool. He needs to come to Ghana. Why is Ekufuado not doing that? Ewifu drama forma. Muhu fin. Muhu Ghana for si Jimmy. Mesi Cambodia na kamu kopi ya kabule tugumitimu. Na Ghana na funtra. Ghana na emu efu. Ena kwasiampanyin bia to make us by heart. We need Sedinam, but we need Ofori-Atta more. And we are not done with you twerps. Disease-ridden drug peddlers, dirty, filthy nicompoons, human half-cooked humans. Motetuana mukaka kwasi asem. MPP for moi. Ken Ofori-Atta betina Ghana ha. Oso na kuta Bible. No sha white. O yare kwa na nima mwa se bees awi na nim no. O se still onjai money box into wo. Why we nimu fi kono no kwasi ajo tina betina say ote recuperating. And I can catch MPP in Kwasiafo. Now, what ada if you didn't be some shwano. Ada if you didn't be some shwano. I want to say, San Kwasia, we now monum, and your papa na monum.